What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology horoscope for the weekend of November 23rd and the 24th of 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all very much. Hope everybody had a great week and happy weekend to you all. See what's up with the weekend. On the 23rd, Saturday, we're going to see a moon in Virgo. Trying to put all the pieces together here and kind of like be real. Definitely grounding. Can bring up some stresses in life. We are going to see that moon opposed Saturn, which can add to a little bit of the stresses in life. Like that, we could just want to take emotional responsibility and maturity and like handle business. We're in an interesting time. It's Sag season now, and Mercury's gets slowing down in Sagittarius, dispositing this moon, and coming off that third quarter square with the moon in Virgo, sun in Sag. So it's like there's so much that we want to sort of expand past and explore and imagine and be hopeful for, but there's also things in our personal life that we need to take care of, and things need some attention to detail. And I think the more we're able to just kind of suck it up and just pay attention to like what needs to be paid attention to, the more we're going to be able to expand past boundaries. So an interesting Saturday of kind of feeling like there's maybe something that needs to get done so that you can get over the mountain, so that you can see, the vast horizon, but it's almost like there's one more ridge in front of us that has to be tackled. And it's like, gosh, on a Saturday, do I have to tackle this? Yeah, but it's kind of like embracing the process of getting over so that you can see that vast horizon and sort of be able to open everything up. We're also seeing the sun start to trine Mars, and we're seeing Mars still in good aspects with the nodes, but Mars is now at 5 degrees of Leo, and the sun's about to make really good aspects to the nodes too. So we're in quite an interesting little pattern, of that kite to the north node. Um, well, the tail's down there, but also the front of the kite's at the south node. Being able to identify our own beliefs and horizon and pay attention to detail, but also to lead with the heart and to be courageous is what's going to bring balance into our life, and it's what's going to bring helpful, harmonious relationships. The moon's also going to trine over to Venus, so we definitely want to like use some of that practicality in how we express ourselves emotionally to people that are in our lives, how we take that sort of mature energy and put the necessary work in. I feel like the work is like minimal stuff, but it can feel like a lot. But it's like the little things that you just want to take charge for today have a big reward, and you're gonna feel like you're getting the harvest that you deserve, and that the horizon's looking brighter and brighter, almost like the sun's coming up. So as the phoenix is rising for this ingress into Sagittarius, a lot of things can be rising up too, but I do think we have to, still hold that courageous sort of energy and tackle things in front of us, and still strive a little bit so that we can have the things that we want and that we can feel good. And to definitely not, stress ourselves out this weekend. Try to like find a healthy balance between what's too much, but what actually needs to get done. And I think Saturday, if we're able to do that, it's going to feel pretty good. As we come into Sunday, it's Sterling's birthday on the 24th. So happy birthday, Sterling, 7 years old in that first Saturn square. Big time for kids. A lot of like growing up. This is when they start to get more responsibilities. Um, Big grow up moments. He doesn't really want that yet, so it's fun teaching him how to grow up a little bit more. But it's been a fun battle. Um, That moon's still in Virgo, trying to piece everything together, and we're definitely paying attention to the details still on Sunday. But we're also squaring Mercury, which will station tonight, but it won't retrograde until early tomorrow morning here in Sagittarius. But it is like stopped here, and the moon's taking this like hard square look at it from its sign with a detriment Mercury. So it is, I think, a little bit emotionally and mentally stressful or confusing. I think we want to really expand right now, but the expansion is much more consolidated. Um, it's just kind of building off of Saturday. Like all the little things that we think are not important are actually the most important thing that kind of breaks barriers down, and I think makes you feel better and makes you feel like you're going to get the best harvest coming into the winter. It's the last sign before we come into Capricorn, which does start the winter months and the winter season. So I think in a lot of ways we're trying to kind of amplify our fire right now. And we got to make sure we have all the right necessities and the right tools and not overlook things. And I think it can be kind of easy to overlook the little things right now. And we want to try not to do that. That moon's also going to square Jupiter in the morning. So lots of pressure on our emotions to be hopeful, Sagittarius season, but to also pay attention to what's right in front of our face and be able to express ourselves in a mature manner. It can go a really long, long way. That moon will also trine Uranus and oppose Neptune by the evening. And I think that trine to Uranus can be really helpful because it can feel really good, I think, when we get things done, when we sort of conquer tasks and we could feel a little bit like liberated and set free, especially if it's something that we really want to see come to fruition in the future. It's like the work pays off and it can just feel exciting, liberating, freeing in many ways. But I think also if we don't want to use that, then we're kind of going to feel like we're behind the eight ball, and that can add stress coming into the next week. So try not to add a bunch of stress on your plate, but definitely try to handle what you can handle. I think you got to know your capacities right now and pay attention to the details because the details hold a lot of weight right now and can be very, very helpful moving forward. So try to keep that in mind. And as we finish off the night with the moon opposing Neptune, it's sensitive as we close out the weekend and Mercury's stopped. So there's can definitely be a lot of not only mental confusion but emotional confusion in this place, and it's sensitive, and we could I think be way too hard on ourselves or play victim to maybe not getting certain things done over the weekend that we know we should have got done. So I really think it's an interesting place where it's like just do the little things that you know need to get done this weekend. It'll pay off, and you'll probably feel much more free, and you'll be able to kind of go off into more of an imaginative place and not like beat yourself up or feel like you're procrastinating in life, or feel like, the things that you want are an illusion. I think you can be more hopeful and dream into the really good things because you know that you took care of the little things that needed to get taken care of this weekend. And I think if you do that, you'll have a pretty good weekend. And I hope that for all of you. Appreciate you. Thanks for all the love this week. And support and well wishes. Definitely hope that's like my one cold of the year. Usually I get like one cold a year. So hopefully that's my reset button and can proceed. Hope everybody else is well. I know a lot of people were getting sick just in my area, so maybe it's just the frequencies. Schumann resonance has been crazy. Pluto coming into Aquarius, wild frequency shifts. So I heard a lot too about like ascension symptoms, if you believe in that, right? I do. And, maybe there's something to that, as well as we're coming into this new generation that we all get to live and create from together. Aquarius. All right. What's the Botticelli? I haven't pulled from this deck much. What's the Botticelli got for us this weekend? The Six of Swords in reverse. It's funny, right? The Six of Swords is kind of like the, move on to the next chapter. It's kind of like get out of there and, get across the waters and there's better things on the other side. And I feel like reverse, it's kind of saying like, don't just leave stuff behind right now. Like make sure you pay attention and like, especially with the swords, like pay that a little bit of attention before you leave something behind because you might find that you didn't want to leave it behind or you weren't ready to or it's unfinished and that could be something that comes back to where it does become a stress this weekend. So really it's pay attention to the detail before you go off on the journey here in Sag season and like cover all your ducks, ducks in a row, make sure they're all lined up. Moon in Virgo this weekend, so like paying attention to the detail might not be the most fun thing, but it is what's going to kind of set us up for success moving forward on the journey. I feel like if we leave something behind, we're going to regret it later. So pay attention this weekend. I love you all. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you all on Monday. Much love. Peace.